Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. I'm Keishla Adderley. Thanks so much for joining us. We begin with a developing story tonight. New developments tonight in the investigation into the plane crash of 1 week ago, which has left pilot Byron Ferguson missing. A civilian group found what appears to be parts of a plane this afternoon in waters off New Providence. Our Crystal Darling was on the scene as the team came into port after making a sizable discovery.
A civilian action group had Knowles headed out on the water today, not long before divers surfaced with what appeared to be parts of an aircraft. The group headed out this afternoon eager to help anxious Ferguson family members 1 week after the Piper Aztec, piloted by Byron Ferguson, went down in waters off Navana Beach. Gina Knowles of Head Knowles told us what they found in 87-foot deep waters, just 600 feet from the original crash site. Knowles explained what they did after mapping out the coordinates of
and they had the ropes in the back as well, so some were towing while some were looking, and I mean it was 40 minutes. The first guy came up, I see something, and we just grabbed all the crew, and you could see all the debris to the bottom of the ocean, and they pulled up what we did see, which was, it looked like the nose, and then to me, it looks like either a piece of the tail or a piece of the door. It's a flat piece. And a lot of different little pieces, debris, like 60, 70 pieces. They was just bringing up in stacks. And then the battery and some paperwork with the flight plan. Yeah, all written out with his name and everything. And I mean, when we saw that, for that paperwork to come up, we was like, wow.
The search continued for much of the afternoon. Knowles tells us that they were able to rally a sizable search party and explained how they organized the recovery.
Where we got the point of where the plane originally landed, and we started, everybody got in groups of twos, and they went overboard, and like every 50 feet, 100 feet, and had to stay with their buddy. And we knew that, well, my husband, who is a captain and has been a fisherman his whole life, Andrew, superstar of the day, he understands how the ocean works and when it comes to the tides. And so he said, okay, if we start here and the tide's going this way and this is the edge and the plane landed here, this is where the parameter we're going to go in. And they had the ropes in the back as well, so some were towing while some were looking. And I mean, it was 40 minutes. The first guy came up, I see something, and we just grabbed all the crew, and you could see all the debris to the bottom of the ocean.
Knowles says that it was an emotional experience watching the family go through this ordeal.
I am a wife, and I feel for Anya, and I know them. And I said, if I was a wife, I wouldn't give up. And my family, we have a boat, and we can help. And this is what we do, and my husband knows the ocean. So I said, we're going to get this done. And when we left the boat with the guys, I said, we're going to go find a plane. And I would want to see. I want to find him myself. You know what I mean? And we do plan to go out and do it again.
Knowles says the team plans to go out again. Meantime, she's urging more proactive emergency response.
I think this should definitely set an example for us as a country. We need to be prepared to say, okay, suppose this happens again. This is not the first time it's happened, but we need to now have our protocol in order and say this is what we should do now. It has to happen fast. Because imagine if we got out there the first day, all of that is what sits more, what has me more upset is if in 40 minutes we go out, a week later. Imagine if it was the next day.